There he is.
Craig. Amazing.
There's Craig.
We missed you, Craig.
My favorite guy.
Yo, Craig, I always want to chill with him, but he like never responds, dude.
He will send me shit,
He sends you
but he
stuff.
doesn't respond.
He didn't talk to me.
That type of guy.
Yeah, that's always on his terms. What's up with that?
Sometimes I feel like we're not even friends.
I can't wait to see Craig after quarantine.
I plan to continue socially distancing from Craig personally. Oh,
I'm done with Craig. So what's going on today? What do we got?
Podcast home, right?
What do we got lined up here?
Welcome to the new free podcast.
We're digital.
Today we have a genuine magician on, genuine magic man. He can teach us some things. I have some questions about. How does the sun work? Where does wind come from? And how do they make hot dogs? He knows it all. Please
Do
welcome
blue chews really work?
Alistair Crowley.
Moon shoes?
Do moon shoes really work? Or are they some form of science?
No.
To which one?
Definitive no.
What kind of
Definitive no
spell?
on science or they work?
No, definitive no on science.
Oh shit! Is it
How-
magic?
What spell do they use to make moon shoes really work?
Power of the moon, bro, obviously. You leave out a regular pair of shoes under full moon each
They
night.
invoke.
It takes actually 15 years to make a pair of moon shoes, and that's why.
That's
So
why I
fuck
haven't seen him in a
Tabasco.
while because they did it all at once and then
Moon shoes
Yeah.
are actually mine.
They're working on the next round of moon shoes right now. They're actually gonna do these. This one's gonna be a double, so they're gonna do them for 30 years, and you're gonna be
Damn.
able to wait till you see how far you can jump in these. Tell you
You
this,
know,
we're not gonna need planes anymore.
You're gonna make these sun shoes, dude. You're gonna fucking.
I
Way to
prefer my
sun.
moon shoes. I prefer my moon
Pair of
shoes
shoes
aged
and leave
30
it out in the
years.
sun.
If they made moon shoes and sun shoes, they'd be finished twice as fast.
What happens if you wear one of each?
Oh my god, you flips like sideways flips.
Well, of course, one of them,
Cartwheels.
cartwheels,
only-
infinite cartwheels.
only one of them works at a time.
You would be immediately torn in half.
Just like.
You take one jump, it's over.
It just heals you like a
One
fucking
jump.
banana.
Rips you in half, creates a black hole.
Black
So-
and that's how much like speed. It just fucks up space time, tears it open.
So moon shoes are like Tabasco sauce. Then they take the same amount of time to make. Tabasco
Yeah.
really that long? Is that a real thing, or if I just been?
Yeah, you went to Tabasco Island. Tell us about it.
I've never been to Tabasco Island. What?
I went
No.
to Tabasco Island.
Is that a real
Um,
place?
Oh yeah, there's an island. So okay, it's real. It's like I can't remember where it is. Like some state. I've been to a shitload of states.
Isn't it?
I hate
Alabama?
states.
Too many damn states.
Yeah, dude, I can't. I don't know the states. I couldn't name them.
It was in one of them. So they had this island. You had to cross this bridge. There's one way in, one way out, and
I don't
there's
trust
a
that.
gate that they close at night. Right?
Terrifying.
They lock it. And everybody who works on, you go down the island and there's like a neighborhood. Everybody who works at the Tabasco factory, which lies at the heart of the island, lives in the surrounding neighborhood. And
So they're like Oompa Loompas.
They
Yeah.
subsist only on Tabasco.
they subsist on Tabasco because there's nowhere to buy groceries there or anything like that. So the Tabasco factory is there in the
Has
center.
turned their skin red.
It has turned their skin red.
They're
and
all red and spicy boys.
they're all tiny little. They're all short from years of inbreeding.
They've got green hair.
They've got green hair.
they sing these songs.
Stupid fucking
I
song.
actually, I did the free tour, so I didn't get the songs. They,
You hear it all the way from fucking.
they just kind of
They could have thrown you in the Tabasco.
they peered at me. Yeah,
Turn into a fucking.
they were their
blueberry.
little black eyes, their little black beady little eyes.
They play by Amish rules. You can't take their picture.
Whoa.
Okay, so, in all genuine seriousness, Jake, our guest,
Yes.
is quite familiar with the magical realm, and I have downloaded some choice PDFs today that I wish to share with you. In addition to some that I haven't downloaded, but first, let's go through what I managed to get a hold of. So, the Ultimate Encyclopedia of Spells. Can you verify for me the veracity of a spell that banishes poverty?
Probably low. Pretty much
it doesn't
anything
work.
that you
You
find.
sure?
in a
'Cause I'm
book-
fucking loaded now.
Yeah.
anything published after 1900, trash.
Trash?
All of it. Yeah, can't
Is
trust.
that- Is that a
Well,
real sentiment? A spell to
kind of.
cast on a beach. What does it do?
Yeah.
I love these ones. There's all these ones in this book because this book is pure shit at first sight. But there's all these ones in these book like a spell that uses seaweed. So what does it do? Like
It
great
uses
to know that
volume
it
seaweed. It's when you have an excess of seaweed and you need to banish it.
a spell.
How does the seaweed banishing spell work?
A spell. Oh my god, no shit. Listen, a spell to make a money bottle, and I'm like, what is a money bottle, right? What is a money bottle, right? So you will need 5 pennies, 5 nickels, 5 dimes, 5 quarters, 1 glass bottle.
Wait,
And
what
you
the
put
fuck?
it in there, and now
Put
it's a
some
money
fucking.
bottle.
Now it's a money bottle. You did it.
like
You did
50
magic.
My entire kitchen.
A spell to make you think about money.
What is
think
it?
about
How
it?
do we do it?
Okay, before you make this particular piece of magic, think about your attitude to money for a little time.
I need
Do
a
you
spell for that.
Like, so you can think about your attitude to money, but you can't think about money.
What's the difference?
Yeah, right.
Do you
Okay.
squander it like a reckless spendthrift? Spendthrift is like one word. Or
I
are
think that is a
you
real word.
are you a veritable skinflint? If you have money problems, visualize what life would have been like if they evaporated, and think about how much you would need to see yourself financially comfortable. You will need, in order to feel financially comfortable, a small bowl, 7 coins, and a green taper candle.
Wait, slow down.
He's trying to get the materials, guys. Hold on.
To gather the material. Put everything on your altar, along with your lucky charms and
Wait,
talismans.
fuck, I need an altar?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Help me understand, Jack, Jim. What is an altar?
Listen, James.
What
So-
is that?
I mean, an altar is okay. So the deal with like if you are like a practicing magic person and you have like magically imbued items, you don't just want to leave them laying all around your house. Like you don't like the thing is
Right.
like the whole power of the thing derives from how seriously you take it, essentially.
Okay.
And so it's like the more like, and it's like that in any like religion, any like objects that they have or that they like have reverence for. You're fucking raised Catholic. They have all kind of like crazy shit just to hold their like special
Right.
and stuff. And so
Exactly.
your altar is sort of like your personal. It's like you have a nice display shelf for any type of stuff that you like care about. If you are like a figure,
Got,
It's kinda
anime
like-
figures. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
kind of like the
anime figures that come on
tabernacle.
'em.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally exactly what it is.
It's kind of like the tabernacle in Catholicism, which is just like this big, like silver fire hydrant where they keep it's gold. This big gold fire hydrant where they keep
The water.
the bread and the wine.
Yep.
And-
that's pretty much the same deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church, I love this. At least in Germany, if you were a cool enough Catholic, they would make you like a saint or some shit, and they would keep your skull when you die, and they dip it in gold, and then put it underground, and then make a whole fucking shrine out of a bunch of other dudes' bones around it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
bro. That's
Like-
called
See,
reliquary.
that's got like some real, very serious, like spiritualist,
People
like ritualistic overtones to it.
People have been burying each other with like their belongings, like like when someone dies, people have been burying them with like the stuff they owned pretty much since like the beginning of like domestic civilization, and like agriculture and stuff, which is
Shit, I'm
really
getting buried in
like I think that a lot of
Arrow.
anthropology is like kind of bullshit. I took an anthropology class like not too long ago, and like half the shit, like they're always like, oh, this is like definitely evidence of like early spirituality and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't necessarily like they're like obviously they thought they would be like taking the shit with them to the grave, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I think
First
this
of all,
looks
people were
cool.
traveling around, so they were probably just like, okay, well, we're not going to carry his shit around for him. Let's dump it in there.
I'm not
your
gonna
shit,
fucking,
dude.
Carry this guy.
But,
Why
like,
would
still,
we
you
carry
know,
this guy
it's
shit
just,
around?
like,
Yeah, it's just like well, that was one less
old
set of hands.
practice. And actually, do you want to hear something? You'll think this is interesting. I've heard that like the you hear like pour one out for somebody when they're like dead and shit. I've heard that comes from like in like a lot of places in Africa and stuff. People will still do that. Like if they have like a deceased relative, they'll have like a graveyard in their village, and like every time they have a meal, or like every day like at dinner, they'll like take a plate
They
of
like
dinner
pour a 40
out
on
to
there.
like the grave, and like literally bring them the shit that they would need if they were alive.
That's probably why they're so starving out there in Ethiopia.
They're wasting like a third of their food.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably
What are they
that.
thinking? There's so many dead people, and they just got all this food they got to
Okay,
leave outside.
But imagine how bad it would be if they didn't do that and it was like
Yeah.
that except haunted.
Oh my god. Ooh. Don't put those thoughts in my head. I found a really sad one here in the book of spells. A spell to stop family arguments.
Oh man.
Get out of my room, Mom!
That's
You
so
will
bad.
need a
No,
hair
mom and
from
dad are
your own
yelling at
head.
each other.
Check it out. You will need. Just imagine like fucking Christ. Imagine like mom and dad are yelling at each other. Like dad is like beating mom in the other room, and there's some like 13-year-old girl in her room with her like ultimate book of spells, and like just like like with her hair from her own head. Oh my god. Oh my god. A hair from your own head and from the person you are squabbling with. This'll fix things between us. Give me some of your hair.
Bro,
Oh
for the
man.
record,
Please.
I totally have several of my friends' hair in my altar.
Is
Oh,
that,
yeah, dude.
is that for real? So that has capabilities. You're saying
Well,
because Ethan has a lot of hair and he wouldn't notice. until I
Dude,
said.
I'd be so capable if my hairs had capabilities.
Yeah. Both of my friends
So
have a
many
lot of
hairs.
hair.
They're really long too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like, have you ever heard of like, like ancient kings, even like until late Europe, they were like, every time they would like get their hair cut or like trim their fingernails or something, they would like keep that shit. And like, that's what like their servants would do is like collect all of like basically their like kingly trimmings. That way no one could like.
Kingly trimmings. I'm imagining a jar that's just full of toatoenails and hair. That says
That ass,
kingly
bro.
trimmings.
Toenails, hair, and like
So-
piss.
Wait, you're telling me like your basic, so your basic
Straight up.
13-year-old witch who's like in like a domestic abuse situation probably has their mom and their dad's hair.
That's fair. I mean, yeah,
For
yeah.
a spell.
Yeah.
For just like for the sake of this spell that we're casting. Keep going,
For
please.
spell purposes.
Yeah. What's next?
Okay. So in order to proceed, hold on. I went on from it, so I've gotta scroll down. There's a picture of some bread.
No.
A colorful spell that takes a week to cast. Ooh, it's colorful.
Ooh, I like that.
We're getting closer. Okay. A spell to restore friendship. Oh,
Oh man.
Oh no.
whoa.
I
Your
know some
friend
people who
breaks
might
up
want
with you.
You will need an old scarf long enough to go right round the tree.
Which
That's
tree?
ominous.
The tree. There's a. Oh,
I better
okay,
start
wait.
buying scarves now.
Oh.
There's a tree. You want. Okay. Maples, horse chestnuts, mistletoe, and ash trees have long been used to restore peace where quarrels have broken out. If you can find one that is divided just above the base of the trunk so that you can climb through it with little difficulty, all the better. You will need an old scarf long enough to go right round the tree. Holding the scarf in your hand, you pass through the cleft in the tree 9 times counterclockwise, saying, "Where there is pain, let friendship now reign."
Bro, the rhyming shit kills me, bro.
The rhyming shit, like, okay, if it gets power from how much you take it seriously, how can people make the stuff they write rhyme?
So imagine like rhyming is like funny now because it's like it's like par for the course. Like everybody learns to like make rhymes when they're a kid. But imagine like growing up in like ancient times where nobody can like fucking read at all. There's no entertainment or anything like that. Like rhyming, that's sort of like because like all the like ancient like stories like the Iliad and the Odyssey and shit probably rhymed in whatever fucking language they were told in.
So like if it was like 1500 BC and I some dude like rhymed, I'd be inclined to believe.
Like,
and I was like a peasant. I picked potatoes for my whole life. It'd be like he just did a backflip.
You may
I'd
very
be
well have
damn,
never
he got
heard a rhyme
bars.
before in your entire life. Like
And I might for real believe that guy is capable of magic just
you're
based
like,
on
what else
how
can you
alone.
do?
What else can you do? I'm up for like
It's up to you.
I'm up for nights thinking like of what like horrified at the implications. Oh my god, like,
Bro,
what
this
else
is-
can this guy
You gotta
capable
bear in
of?
mind, bro, this is when people literally weren't allowed to play fifths in music because they were like
Yeah.
excites people too much. It's just
Yeah.
that's the horny note. Like
Classic.
yeah.
The horny. Like some
horny
dude
note.
comes up to you and he's in the most.
You can't
serious voice
finger
just-
your guitar that way. Put it down.
some dude comes up to you. You're farming your potatoes, and this dude comes up to you, and he just goes, "Zip zap, dingle, single," and you're, oh!
you're like, bro, tell me more.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Fine,
Whoa! Whoa! He's just doing that. He's doing that for days. His wife, she can't get him.
Like
She
shell
can't get
shock.
him to eat. She can't get him to eat. And he
He
starves
said
to death.
zip and then zap.
Dingle. Holy Christ, Ethan. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
So we say the rhyme.
So okay, the rhyme is where there is pain, let friendship now reign, and let it be done that it harm no one. If you
Aw.
cannot climb through the tree, simply walk around it. Now do the same 9 times clockwise, saying, "May bitterness end, may ill feelings mend, and let it be done that it harm no one." Is that like a fucking? If I don't say that, will I get what I want, but they get struck by lightning, or they get like
Genie rules.
genie rules?
Hell yeah,
Speaking of
brother.
genie rules, I
Yeah,
had a
hey,
genie.
hey, the genie.
I had a genie spell. See, I was looking up for a friend. I was looking up gender transformation spell.
Hey, oh wait, first, read about it first. Read off the title.
Okay.
Before I ask
The
my
title
question.
says incredible gender transformation spell cast from my powerful genie.
Wow.
His genie.
Wow.
Have you ever
Yeah.
felt
Yeah, you can
Trapped?
definitely. That's a thing.
this is an incredibly powerful person and they're just posting online? Feels
Can I talk to a genie?
this is like if I found a blog post by Jesus Christ about the time he turned water into wine. Have you ever felt trapped in your own gender? Have you always known that you were meant to be born a member of the other sex? This guy says
That's pretty
enough of that
binary.
non-binary SJW bullshit. All right, me and my genie don't buy it.
Do they have more progressive witch websites? Because I don't know if I want to stick around.
Oh, that's
A they
acceleration.
them transformation.
This spell can make that happen. Or perhaps you've always just wanted to see what it would be like to be a man or a woman for a short time. This spell can help you change who you see staring back at you when you look in the mirror and finally become content with the person who you were meant to be. Contrary to popular belief, your gender is not fixed at birth. In fact,
Whoa.
it can be changed anytime with the right magic.
Whoa,
And that is
really?
magic with a CK.
When was this written, bro?
I don't know, but it's definitely new because it's interlaced with like a bunch of strange PDF
Like vocabulary.
style. It's like imagery. It's like stock images in between every
Of
image.
Gender changing.
No,
Okay.
of just like weird shit, like a couple. This one's just of a couple above. There's like a pregnant woman clutching her belly, and on one hand it says boy, and the other it says
Boy.
girl. It's actually quite eerie the longer I look at it.
Hey, question. Who the fuck is a genie? Who is it? Who's the genie? Can I
This
meet
no,
the
that
genie?
it's
Can I
gonna get to
a
that.
genie?
It's probably gonna get to that because you probably need a genie in order to
Yeah.
cast a genie spell.
Yeah, a lot of
man.
people have like Aleister Crowley totally had a fucking like guardian angel genie type dude who's like telling him shit supposedly.
Where?
That kind of reminds me of like how do I get one? That kind of reminds me of like
Where is it? I want one. Where? How much does it cost?
Are they all in
When they-
bottles? Can I find one in like a bowl?
Here we go. This spell can be customized to make you look any way you want as your new gender.
Oh.
Become the person that you were always meant to be, living the life you always wanted. I can customize the spell to make the gender change permanent or temporary, your choice. Oh, purchase one time, see fast and powerful results. The change will be temporary for up to a week. Purchase 2 times for quicker and more
Purchase?
powerful results. You have to buy it. Purchase
Wow.
purchase
Wait.
4 times?
What are they
Oh my
purchasing?
god. Listen. Purchase 3 times one of my most powerful spells. The change will last up to a year and it can be permanent. This is your choice. Purchase 4 times for the ultimate gender transformation spell. Oh my god.
I want to transform into the ultimate
Wait,
gender.
gonna
okay.
come.
What is purchase? What does that mean?
Purchase what do I need to do? Purchase
From who?
this listing with the buy it now. Send your
What?
name and date of birth through messages. I will contact you for the best time to ask the genie to grant your gender transformation with.
Wow.
Ah!
Oh.
Wait. What
Is
gender
this
is
guy making money off this?
Believe. You
This
must
is-
believe in the genie's power for it to work. This is an incredible gift that will be given to you. Money back guarantee. If you do not see 90 results within 90 days, email me and your money bill will be refunded to you.
I
My
love
name is
this.
I bet
my
that's
name
totally
is
true.
my name is
I bet I could
Damn.
definitely get my money
I
back.
want to be a girl.
I got my
Seems like a
dude, I got
normal-
my money back from this guy like 3 times in a row. My name is that's how I know about this. My name is Jessica Black. My grandmother taught me the ancient art of magic when I was a little girl. I've been a practitioner of the magic arts for over 15 years. I specialize in white magic and jinn use. I have a strong following of many wealthy and famous clients off of.
What?
This is the first time I ever offered my services online. I am trying to reach out and help those who need it most. The service is priced at a minimum. I want everyone to enjoy my genie's power.
Bro, what is the minimum? Wouldn't the minimum be $0 since genies don't?
It's
You know, I mean-
$7.99.
Oh, well,
It's
that's actually
fucking
not
dollars.
bad.
If
That's
I
not
buy
bad
this,
considering you'll.
Do you think we could do that right now?
what if I buy this and I like grow tits right away, like the
Bro.
moment that I click add to cart?
Let's all contribute $2 and buy it.
Buy it right now and see what happens.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna take a leap of faith here, like a logical jump, if you will. I'm gonna say it's probably nothing would happen.
Let's see. We have other. I want you to verify the veracity of another
quick.
magical
Something real
text.
quick.
Oh, please.
I got just a real quick thing.
What's that?
I'm reading comments from YouTube on the music video for "Cowboys from Hell" by Pantera. And, I found one. It says, "I'm 57 and my life's not so great right now. But every time I hear the song for 4 minutes, I'm back in time where I once belong. Metal." It's in all caps. We'll always remember these cowboys. ... After I'm dead and gone, thanks, guys. I think God likes all kind of music, including metal. So out of darkness, and it's like 5 little black squares, into light, and it's like 5 little black squares, like white and black squares.
That's fucking deep.
Hell yeah, butter.
Sorry, I just noticed that, but keep going.
Help me out with this, Jake.
Yeah, what's up?
Marijuana Magic, a practitioner's guide by
Bro.
Magus Sativus. That's the
Magus
guy's name.
Sativus? Wow, that's
Sativus.
I've never heard of this. This has to be a recent book. Please tell us some stuff.
There are those who believe that cannabis or any drugs do not belong in the witch's spellbook. However, this
What?
is foolishness. This is foolishness, as
Sorry.
virtually anything we can provide at least some good should be available to the witch or warlock who wishes to use it, as long as it is used responsibly with the proper motive and a deference to the earth.
Wait,
Thanks,
what's the
Mom.
difference between a witch and a warlock?
Yeah, can you help me with that one? I think it's a
Just
penis
female.
and a pussy, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the deal.
Damn,
Let me
these are
see
retarded.
here.
Really?
Yeah.
It's basically
they're
telling
really
you.
retarded.
It's basically
Oh.
telling you get stoned and imagine a bunch of shit.
That's
I
pretty
think
much, a lot of the practice.
Anyway, right? So okay, let's imagine. Let me see. Let's imagine that I'm just your average. I got fired from Chipotle yesterday. I watched Rick and Morty. I got dumped by my girlfriend, who's now dating a guy who does marijuana divination, right? And that got me interested in magic. And if you're gonna be like my guru on the mountain tip, right? Okay, how would you explain the general purpose of this shit in general? Because I think not to offend, but I think that we can rationally conclude that like spell to mend friendship or like spell to banish poverty, those things really aren't going to have the level of results
Oh, not
regardless of how
Not even
much you believe
a
in
little
this.
bit.
So what is
yeah,
the
so that's the thing,
actual
because-
point?
Like I've when I first started getting into it, I picked up a couple of like spell book type book. Okay, and so like like Wiccanism. You mentioned Wiccanism earlier. That was literally just invented by one guy in the 50s who was essentially doing what we're doing right now, where he just went through a bunch of translated like ancient stuff and just like came up with a new like thing, and so that's where all of your like white magic and where your like, you know, feminist goddess like people will come from, you know, the like neutral life people, and but you know,
Wait, are you
Neutral
talking
life
about that
force.
bald guy?
not neutral life, what herbal life? That's what I meant. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I don't know. As far as that goes, like you know, so when it comes to like imagining stuff, uh, visualization is always, you know, that's like a thing that I think it disappoints a lot of people about magic, or you know, is like the source of the like, oh, you know, magic's not real, is that so much shit is like happening in your head. But when you think about, you know, the things that like constitute your actual life, like how many of them are not real? You know, like your achievements, not real. Shit like love, not real. You know, it's just, you know, there are many intangible factors that, you know, affect your real life and like the way that you live. And so I think part of the deal, if you're like a good magician, you know, magic person, is to like, you know, sort of and you know, they always talk about like manifesting, you know, and it's always like, oh, you know, and that's like with all the spells, they're like, you just basically like go out there and do something weird and like say what you want, you know, and you just are like, I want this, you know, this is gonna happen, you know, and you just like believe that it's gonna happen really fucking hard, you know. And I don't know, I feel like that only works insofar as it's correlated with like your ability to like make that thing, you know. And so that's why like I'm not really into like spells personally, and like I think if you are going to do a spell, it should be like you know, if I'm doing a spell, it's to like get a thought out of my head, you know, or to like solidify like a thought or a drive, you know. And so when it comes to stuff like that, it's like you're playing with the settings in your brain essentially. And so I think
Just kind of-
imagination can be a really powerful tool for that, you know, because you're imagining stuff all the time anyway, you know. So I think being
Right.
conscious of what you imagine is sort of a good thing.
Wait, hold on. You said it said in the 50s. Are you talking about that Anton LaVey guy or whatever? I read about
No,
him in high
that's
school.
Satanism, which is also
Oh, okay. I'm totally off then.
yeah, no, Anton LaVey, Satanism is honestly so dumb. I read the Satanic
Oh,
Bible
yeah.
when I was in like middle school, and literally
yeah,
the
brother.
entire book is basically just like, he hit me first. It's like, oh, someone was mean to you, put a curse on them. Like, you should try to ruin their life.
Fuck
So,
yeah,
Curse
brother.
on them.
okay, wait. So the curses from, because look, I listened to Slayer when I was in like high school. I know a little
Oh
bit
yeah.
about Buddhism. So like the curses are totally different from, you know, from a spell.
From what?
From like
Sorry.
a spell.
Some
So a spell
spells.
and a curse are totally different then.
Well, I mean, in general, a curse is, you know, like a spell can bring, you know, is meant to bring like positive blessings or like enact change in your life or like the lives of other people. And so I guess a curse is just something that's supposed to like enact negative change in the life of someone else, you know, usually not yourself. I don't know why anyone would curse themselves, but you
Those
know,
are sad. It's
yeah.
like self-harm.
So even,
my
so
life,
a
man.
warlock shouldn't even be doing any sort
I'm
of
gonna end it all.
curses.
I got put in the mental hospital because I cursed myself. My
Bro,
mom.
Know which
You want to
of the
see my
warlocks
curse
are in the
scars?
curses?
You want to see my cursing scars?
Hell yeah, brother.
I pull up my sleeve. She pulled up her sleeve. I saw her cursing scars while we were fucking, and I was limp dick immediately.
It says Slayer.
I was like, this bitch is possessed.
It said Slayer. Oh god. So okay, when you look, and this is what I was doing earlier today, but I was going on the piratebay.org and I was looking for magic books, books of spells or books of rituals, because in earnest, to be earnest, I wanted to summon Barack Obama to be a guest on my podcast. That was the idea at the time. I found nothing of the sort. Instead, over half of the results say something like rituals and sex magic, modern sex magic, fucking, let me see here. Keep going. Fucking, let's go into one of these. Secrets of erotic spirituality. Let's find out about it. So you cast a spell to make her come. Does it
Wait,
work?
masturbation spells. Are there masturbation spells?
Oh, totally.
What
There's
does that
a-
mean?
I've
What's the
read
best
about,
masturbation spell?
there's like an ancient thing that these like, I believe they were like Japanese or like Taiwanese monks used to do, and it was like the creation of magical artifacts where essentially I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's like you have to have a beautiful woman and you have to have like the skull of like a dead person or something, and you take the skull and it's like every day for like some obscene amount of time, like 800 days or some shit, like over a year, you're supposed to like fuck this beautiful woman and then like nut on the skull and just like rub it in there. And then like at the end of it, you like, I can't remember what else it is, like you like adorn it with some other shit, and it's supposed to like make you like invisible or like immortal or some shit like that.
Invisible?
I can't remember. No, that's
Yeah.
the hand of glory that
Yeah,
makes
who
you
be
I
saying-
would,
if you
I would come
if you
all
got-
over a skull.
If you
to be
got a
invisible.
skull, if you got a disposable skull that you're free to nut on,
And you got a
have
disposable
a sexy
hot coochie
lady
every day.
who's
Why do you
cool with
need
you just
that?
turning and like bussing on a skull immediately.
That's what I need. That's
Why do you need magic? You
For
already
real.
You got everything
it.
already.
you're already living a
living.
pretty magical life. So okay.
That's because
I
you have everything except immortality.
I found the post, and I want you guys to guess what website I found it on.
Oh please.
Please.
Masturbation as a spell tool.
As a spell tool?
Hey, witches of blank. I want your opinion about masturbating
Oh,
as
this
a
is
tool
X.
to power up your spells.
This is the paranormal board.
This is
I
the
did-
Outback.
I did a love jar spell for a boy, and I've been
Well, hold on,
powering
hold on.
up with
What is a love
masturbation.
jar?
Listen, I've been powering up with masturbation and holding the jar when I'm close to finish with my thing. Ah ha ha. Typed out that one. I'm a ha ha. I'm the only one doing this? Do you think this is an effective way to power spells, or I'm just wasting my time? Thanks, and blessed be you all. What website is that from?
X.
It's gotta be X.
Tumblr, bro. Come on.
Everybody's wrong. Somehow it's reddit.com.
Wow.
What?
I
Or
figured
Reddit's-
it's the paranormal board for some
Reddit's
reason.
cult board is terrible.
The Vivitchcraft board. I'm looking at
Yeah.
their let's
The
look at
Vivitch.
let's look at the top post of all time
Oh,
on the Reddit witchcraft board.
Oh no.
Let's hear it.
It says Beltane is coming soon.
What is Beltane?
What is
It's like
that?
the-
Oh,
like,
that's
it's-
just
it's one
for
of the
today.
solstices.
That's just for today. Sorry.
Oh, excuse me.
It's somebody's fucking stupid altar. It's then the second post is in Finland on Sweden on Easter. Children dressed as witches sweep away bad spirits with birch and feather branches and give good luck poems in exchange for treats. Oh, that's so
Aw.
sad. That's so sad. In
That's like
America,
if you
we
had to write
just
a
wake
poem.
up. That's like, yeah, right? In America, we just wake the fuck up and get candy. Like, good, because we believe in Jesus, and that's what Christ brings to your life.
Those little chocolate eggs.
Candy. You see, we
Personally.
don't have to do a spell. We just have to say the Lord's Prayer one
Can we-
time.
Hey, can we like make our own spells? I want to do that.
That's really the best way to do it, you know.
Yeah.
That's all
I think we,
people do.
could all of us come up with one right now?
Some bitch just posted a stick she found.
We could do like a show and tell where we explain our new smell, our new smells,
Our new spell.
our new smells.
Can you do a spell to make the podcast
I'm making my own spell.
better?
Yeah, it sucks, bro.
Hold on, how do I
Cast something.
how do I
Cast
make
it.
a document?
I'll give you
Cast
a
a-
toenail.
Cast
if
the
it
spell.
helps.
Do it as quickly as possible.
What kind of
putting
objects you need?
notes.
Hurry,
Wait,
hurry,
I-
hurry, hurry,
Alright.
hurry, hurry, hurry.
I have newts. Do
I'm,
newts
I'm
help?
looking around my garage. I have a
I have newts and crystals.
not a
All
candle.
right.
I don't know what spells might usually have, but I have newts to offer. I have one singular toad.
Well, I got to think about what I want my
that's pretty
spell to
good.
do.
I could
For
cut
you
my
want
toenails. Do need to
ingredients.
be cut. I could offer that. I have hair.
I mean, I got all sorts of shit, but it's more of what do I want in life.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how relevant
want-
these are.
Can we do a spell to make this coronavirus shit be over?
Yeah,
I feel like I have definitely already seen people doing that shit. For sure.
Oh no, is it like Instagram video or what?
Bro, yeah, that sounds like some Alex Jones shit. Like,
hell yeah.
A
I
spell
love it
to
when
end
Alex
the
Jones gets
coronavirus.
completely off the rail and he starts like talking about interdimensional beings. That's my favorite Alex Jones.
bro, honestly, there's this one hilarious Alex Jones video where he just like almost describes like a part of my like exact magical practice. Like he's like, there are wizards out there and they're looking into crystal balls and they're altering the probabilities of like blah blah blah.
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit.
Alex Jones is watching you.
It's like
you
they're
like
plotting
you were like, oh shit, and you went and like check your window. Oh man.
onto me.
Oh fuck.
I'm typing out my spell right now.
I was like, I didn't even know I was part of an elite cabal. I thought it was just me.
What? Do you have any other material? Like you said, you got gigs of PDFs here. Give me one more PDF, brother.
Yeah, I got lots more material. Let's
see
rip
what you
into
got.
the big one, the psionics folder. So I found this.
Uh-oh.
I found this under a quite interesting. I'm gonna have to go back to the page here. Going back to the Pirate Bay. I found this on a quite interesting.
Quite interesting.
There's a post. God damn it. The Pirate Bay isn't working. It said something to the effect of here we go. Secret Psionic Magic 28 ebooks. Explore the mysterious secrets of psionics. Yeah.
Oh my god.
These are the books the governments around the world do not want you to read.
Oh, shit.
I know. Everyone says that, but in this case, it's true. For some reason, I make them very nervous. Some of these books,
find a publisher.
yeah, right. Some of these books used to sell for hundreds of dollars each, but now you can have them all at an affordable price. Free!
Wow.
You need psionics. Yes, that's right. Everyone needs psionics. You need psionics, and you need it now. We live in a power culture. We do not care about reason. We do not care about belief. We care about one thing and one thing only: power. And you either have power or you don't. Psionics is power. Never forget that. Forget everything you have been told. I want you to focus on the ordering of those two sentences. Psionics is power. Psionics mean he had to restate it because he said, forget everything you have been told. And he's like, shit, I already said psionics is power, so now I have to say it. Now I have to say it again. And he basically does repeat himself up until the point that he says, with psionics, you can get into the minds of people and make them do your bidding. They don't need to consent. They will just do what you want, and it will be impossible for them to even think of doing otherwise. With psionics, you will be the one in control of your life, not someone else. Remember, if you do not control them, they will control you. Be the one doing the controlling. And so I download this, of course. Because I need it in my life. And I found a lot of different things in here that Jesus would not like me having. The Devil's Bible, elementary psionics, free remote viewing lessons. Remote viewing, I'm assuming, is where you view things from far away. I could use that.
Yeah,
we could use that to have Obama on.
That's like the men goats. You remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing because like the fucking CIA or like the military was totally like investigating that for a while just because somebody like drew this doodle that like looked vaguely like a battleship sinking and someone like turned it sideways and like laid it over. Shit. And then they were like, we gotta fucking research this, I guess.
Hold on. They turned it over sideways and what?
Like, you know, they had this dude who like had been messaging them for a while and was like, you know, I'm psychic and like something bad is gonna happen, you know. And so he like had this picture, you know, it was just like a little like blind like line drawing, and it kind of just looked like nothing. And then they had like some battleship get like attacked and sink. I can't remember what it was, but there's like a picture of it sinking, and they like someone like took the picture of the battleship sinking and like laid it over with his drawing and was like, holy shit, like he predicted the battleship sinking, you know. So then they were like giving people these crazy tests where they like draw cards from a deck of cards and be like, what card is this, and like record the results.
Yeah.
Isn't there a movie about that? The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh my
The
god.
Men Who Stare at Goats. Yeah.
Retard.
We were talking about that. Stupid.
Get up to date. What are you doing?
I'm writing a spell. Sorry.
Stupid as hell.
I'm writing my own spell right now. Hold on, I'm almost up.
The psionic grimoire, the psychotic grimoire.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like
literally
the
logo.
elementary psionics.
The world is ours. Let's see about elementary psionics. Let's see. Elementary. Oh, whoa, that's some word art for the title. Wow. Like literally like elementary psionics. This is a redoing of Psionics 101, which lasted one edition and then was reissued as Psychic Power by Lewin. Blah blah
Bro,
blah.
Llewellyn
20 years
is like
old.
the ultimate like bullshit magic book press.
Press
Llewellyn.
like this is like a publishing.
Yeah. Yeah, they publish all the like modern like the shit you find at like Barnes and Noble, you know.
Oh yeah, brother. Good stuff. Yo, what can you find at Barnes and Noble that'll like help you cast spells? They got those? Is it bunk? Is it not a good place to go?
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
in
go to
general,
half price books, dude.
That's, yeah,
honestly,
that's
half-price
probably
book.
shit more.
Yeah, Half Price Books has some shit. Yeah, no, probably the only even semi-useful thing from Barnes and Noble is like they have like a big ass like astrology book. If you want to familiarize yourself with that, that's probably a good play. You know, I know a lot of people that have started with that.
Wait,
But
is astrology relevant to a lot of magic stuff? I don't know anything about this shit, so
yeah,
if it's,
I don't know. It
I'm
really
gonna ask retarded questions.
so really I think the big thing, you know, when you're talking like, you know, the problem with like speaking generally about magic is the whole thing is that it's like meant to be incredibly esoteric, you know. So like at least personally, you know, I don't really like practice with like anybody else, or I'm not like part of like an established, you know, school of magic or anything like that, because I think that like, you know, it's just so
Do you have
like
to pay for one of those?
like you could have
What?
like 10 magic interested people who don't do the same shit, you know, like I don't know. Personally, like I know about it, but I've gotten turned off of it by the fact that it's, you know, become popular and all the like so basically like what you see like on social media and shit is like sun sign astrology. You're this, and it's like based on your birthday. But supposedly, you know, if you're an astrology person, you know, it's like each planet and its like position both in your birth and at various times has like significance, you know, so it's actually just if you were really gonna like do it and take it seriously, it would just be ridiculously complicated. And so that's why probably nobody does that anymore.
Hey, so do you have to pay to go to a school of magic? Is it like a regular like trade school or something? Or
They got
Probably
what schools?
Can
Probably
you learn
anybody-
how to teach? Can you learn how to fix a car at the School of Magic?
like, can you like get a minor in like, you know, automotive engineering or something?
Then would you be pissed if there was some guy who got hired at your job and he was like a wizard and he was way faster at fixing cars than you and he did it
Yeah,
for
he,
his
like,
mind and shit.
He would have like a candle that he would burn and like some
He's-
shit and like a
he's, like-
smudge stick he'd wave around the fucking
And he's
shop or something.
way,
and fucking
way better at
faster
it than you.
fucking-
And then the engine just floats out and expands in midair, all of the parts.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan, you know, like shit. Hey, I wrote a spell.
Alright, let's hear it.
Read
Alright.
us your spell. What do you need?
Well, it's called Spell to Obtain Chevrolet Pickup Truck, and in parentheses, 1999 to 2007. You will need.
What will you
You
need?
will need 3 of worm,
3 of worm?
3 or 4.
1 teaspoon of activated muck oils, 2 dog's hair, 1 newt, big candle, yellow, and 1 homeless.
No. Does he make it out the other end all right?
Slice newt, mix with oil, worm, and dog's hair. Go to nearest convenience store and give lit candle to homeless. Ingest newt mixture you want to buy Chevy Silverado.
Should we spell to want to buy Chevy Silverado?
Spell to desire a Chevy Silverado.
I'll send it in the chat in case y'all need that.
Oh,
Spell
perfect.
to obtain Chevy pickup truck.
That's going in the magic folder for sure.
That's classic. That's going
Yeah.
in my book of shadows.
So that's my
Oh,
spell. I'm quite proud of it.
Christ.
That's good. I'm glad.
So if I
Do you-
wanted to write a spell to make myself
Is this the right structure?
That's
From-
pretty much how it appears, I feel like, in like the actual spell books, you know?
Oh shit!
It's
Yeah,
like a
that's how
cookbook.
that's how I've been looking at it generally. If I wanted to write a spell, the real way to approach it would be like you're basically trying to like it's almost like meditating. Like you're trying to like level
Yeah.
out your
So-
neuroses.
Exactly. So like for example, like, you know, earlier reading that spell about like how to like mend your friend and how you just like walking around like saying some bullshit to a random tree with a random scarf, you know. But like, you know, at least personally, if I was gonna write anything close to like a real, you know, quotation marks like spell like that, it would be more like, you know, take like an object, like a gift from that person, or like, you know, something like personal,
Yeah,
you
some
like
relevant
share.
shit.
Yeah, like take that and like just take it into like like a quiet, tranquil place where you feel good, and just like instead of saying a bunch of bullshit, like say something about like what actually happened, and even if you're just like saying it to yourself, it's almost like therapy in a way, and it's like
Yeah.
sometimes people just
Give it a
need to
kiss.
like say some like rhyming bullshit because they don't like everybody has like little things that they like don't want to admit to themselves, and so I think
Yeah.
a big part of it is you get out there and you just sort of have like an intimate moment with your own mind, which is very similar to meditating.
Yeah, makes sense.
It makes sense. And now what I want to know is there a spell to make my nipples like pepperoni nipples? Like, have you seen people get
Oh yeah.
Wait, to like nipple engagement spell?
nipple engagement spell?
Any huge
Yeah, that's the official term.
Can you help me with that?
Defined.
I'm trying to think of what you would even possibly where you would even start.
With the nipples, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
You will need 2 nipples.
you ever like use MS
You'll
Paint?
need
You make
two
it get a
nipples.
circle and you make it bigger.
Yeah, make a magic circle. Now go outside of it, draw a larger magic circle.
Hell yeah, brother.
Place your nipples on the line between the 2 circles. Now
Is it
chant big
possible-
nips 100 times.
Hey, I think I
Big
saw a
nips, big nips,
warlock,
big nips.
actually. I think I may have seen a warlock in real
Where's
life.
that?
Now that I think back on it. Okay, so recently at my work, at my shop across
Uh-oh.
the street, there's a Foot Locker, and and on the other side of it is like a Chipotle, and there's this like in between no man's zone on like the strip mall where all the bums like to hang out. Because I'm downtown.
Right.
And the bums, I mean, you can straight up just watch them smoke crack from my shop. I love it because they'll
That's
smoke, like,
fun.
hit the crack pipe and just start going nuts in the parking lot. But there's this one dude who was there, and there was this like tall, skinny dude, and he had like on sweatpants and a parka, and it was like 90 degrees out, right? And he walks with his shopping cart all the way up to like a corner of the parking lot from the Foot Locker and stands still. For I shit you not, like I swear almost 5 hours. It just doesn't move at all.
Wow.
Like he moves a little bit to like adjust his hoodie if the wind blew on it. Like, the hood on the parka. And what spell did he cast?
Sorry, you cut out.
Because I've
His
seen
part.
some bums who look like warlocks.
Sorry. Yeah, you went robot.
I was gonna say that
He's-
guy's a warlock.
Yeah, bro. Deep in meditation, bro. He was fully in the astral plane.
I know some people who are definitely lost in astral plane. They got maybe a pinky toe in
Okay.
reality.
There's,
Bro.
a handful.
there's another bum by the the Statesman building that he has like a shopping cart and a fucking staff that's like almost 10 feet tall. I swear to
Nice.
God. Yeah, he looks like an actual wizard.
That's intense.
Fuck yeah, brother.
I think he's protecting the entire city. We need him now in this darkest time, honestly.
Yeah, where is he
So-
at, bro? Tell him to get
Okay.
on his shit.
Earlier, you had told me Jake, when we were talking, you had told me about a really interesting section of eBay called.
Yes.
Oh no.
I did not know that eBay had this as like a section that you
You're gonna love
genre.
it.
separate from everything else.
What is
It's
this?
called the metaphysical section.
What the fuck? Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. What you
And-
do?
Hold on, no way.
I'm looking at some of the stuff. I'm gonna actually go in here and organize the stuff by
Metaphysical items for sale.
highest to lowest for
Yeah.
$61,000 fucking dollars. Authentic
Cool.
fire glow reading witch of you.
Oh, wait.
what? Witch
Wait, you
crystal
didn't even
of
see the
Hecate.
best one. I'm about to send this to you.
Send this to me.
Oh, let's see it.
This thing has been on
Supernatural,
here
rare.
for years.
Quantum radionics. Oh,
What is this?
Radionics.
Oh my
is
god, the
insane.
picture. It's just, I love this picture.
pictures are
terrifying.
Oh my god, there's
incomprehensible.
so many globes.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
What is it?
Hold on, I
Quantum radionics.
I need to save all of these images so that I can put them in to the video later when I'm putting it together.
Oh my
Yeah, the
god.
people need to see these.
This is
the
like,
part-
it's so
hold on, description.
small too.
Listen to
Like, what's the
this, listen to
resolution
this.
on this?
It is a museum
the-
piece not for
look at this-
intended use.
Or operation.
What it's so apparently it's illegal
sh-
to use.
Illegal to use? What does that mean?
As a medical. Okay, so radionics. I've
Oh
discovered.
shit! Okay, there's the.
I've discovered this only through looking through this part of eBay. But basically, radionics was this thing from like that was kind of popular in like the 70s, where people believed that you could just sort of like so like a thing with like magic is, you know, like you take like an object or whatever and you like put your intentions into it, and you know now the object is like a magic object. But so with like the magic radionics people, they have these crazy machines where they like emit different like frequencies of radio waves. They just have like a tillion knobs on them, and you like take each frequency and use like numerology to figure out like which frequencies are going to help you like manifest your wish, and then you just like play these like weird radio waves. I don't even know how to explain it because it's literally complete nonsense, but it was really popular and all the machines for it are like really expensive.
Weird.
Very weird.
I found one for extremely powerful Haitian voodoo, and the picture is of Seagram's gin.
Well, that's about the most Haitian shit I've ever heard in my life.
A lot of
Oh
them are
my
just like crystal sculptures.
Yeah, they've gotten rid of a lot of the good ones, which is a shame.
Yeah.
This one's good. I want to wear this every day. Hold on. This is.
Describe it. What is it?
I found hey, a 26.
It looks like a hard hat with just knobs to adjust like a frequency on it.
Whoa! That's like a Lego
brain
man.
helmet.
That is unbelievable.
It's $333, and shipping is $220.
Wait, you can get a.
You mentioned numerology, and I'm realizing how many of these things are listed in such a way that it's like the numbers are not like you would.
Yeah, like the quantum radionics thing is $66,000, $66,666.66.
Yeah, and shipping is $666.66.
Exactly, and so it's like when you get that like far into it, you know, like have you ever had like the cashier at some fucking country store refuse to ring you up when it comes up to 666, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
It's like that same thing, except that like you know they don't want to fuck up the mojo of it by even like typing any other number, you know. Now that's the weird thing is like now that I'm like into it, whenever I see people that are just like completely just balls deep, like separated from reality, crazy about it, it's really sad because I can like pinpoint exactly like which influences they're like taking too far, you know, or like they read that just like sent them down like a weird rabbit hole, you know, because I really just, you know,
singing bowls.
This one's hilarious. This one's fucking hilarious. It's a dollar. Oh my god! It's a dollar bill that the code on it has 5 consecutive 8s.
wow,
4888888 E, and it says lucky 8s consecutive.
wow,
888888 Feng Shui $20 bill note U.S. currency prosperity, and it's $8,888.
I think it's actually $20.
Oh, hey, the pyramids! I've heard about the pyramids before.
Oh wait, go to the next page. You got to look at the Tesla energy light. Those things are crazy.
Where are we seeing this? What's going on?
Hold up, I'll post this one too.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of
Tesla energy.
I found coyote powder, like coyote bone powder.
That seems like it would be really cheap.
Yeah, it was only.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, who's got coyotes laying around?
No, I mean anybody who shoots coyotes and has.
Well, I know, I guess, but like the guy who shoots coyotes is not selling coyote dust on eBay.
Okay, look, it's $10 for what looks like probably an ounce of coyote powder.
Okay, how many coyotes worth of powder is that though?
That's like less than one coyote.
Well, that's bullshit.
You kill the coyote, you put him on an ant mound, you wait until he's just bones, you crush up the bones. I mean, like that's like a few ounces of powder, I would think. You know.
I guess.
I've seen, you know, like people who put, you know, like deer heads and stuff on the ant mound, you know, just that way they just get the skull, you know, and it's pretty quick. I don't know if I had a coyote problem, I'd be capitalizing on this.
Wow,
I'd be communizing on it.
I just found an excellent one.
Let's see it.
Wait a minute, I found another one of these powders, but it's for dragons. Dragons, what?
Dragon bone powder?
Trapped in a jar. $5,000.
Glass jar which holds
I
the
did
spirit
it.
of Luke.
How did
had a ton of activity in my house before cleansing it with sage. Was told by the medium that was used to what told by the medium that was used that the spirit was and is contained in this jar. I do not want it in my house. Why are you selling it for like $5,000 and not 50
Get
cents?
rid of it.
This was evil and manipulative. It comes with a warning. Those who open this, I will not be responsible for the outcome. He goes by the name of Luke.
I got no details.
No.
I feel like if you're in the business of buying ghosts, you'd like to know what the ghost does, like its abilities or something.
That is so fucking good.
Oh wait,
I found one of
It's
Florida
Luke.
water and eggshell powder.
Florida water.
Florida water. Man, I should have gotten some Florida water while I was in Florida.
Florida
It goes
water.
for
could have
$6.
sold that. Yeah, could have made
Ghost
bank.
trapped in a jar. I like how
I
this
have
is
Ghost
information
trapped
point.
in a jar.
Oh wait, River, you have to look at the list of things that this kit comes with.
Biogenesis
Okay.
tools. Whoa,
Biogenesis tools.
Oh my god, wand of Genesis. TM. It's trademarked.
Adult.
Okay. Does
Okay,
that
okay.
have
Shield of
value if you
Genesis?
corporatize it like that?
Biogenesis pyramid, multicolored, 8-sided pyramid, bio-oscillator, flame of Genesis, wand of Genesis. Genesis has got a lot of fancy shit named after him. Wheels set, which has 27 wheels of Genesis, 3 red wheels of Genesis,
Why?
biotranslator. A biotranslator makes it so that like your nut works on like a fish.
Oh.
Got a new one for you.
Wow, Ethan. That's digital.
Whoa.
Demon summoning, conjuring, curse, destroy, revenge, control, conquer, power.
Oh my god.
That's terrifying. Why is the picture just some girl in a
Yeah,
plane?
it's just like selfies of her.
Bro,
This is the
because
girl
she's
they
a
want
demon.
to kill.
Yeah, it sounded like she's just like the girl who kills people.
Oh my
That's
god.
terrifying.
Wait a second. Wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if this was just like some guy's wife and he was like, I'll send my bitch wife to come to your house and she'll make your life hell.
Oh, conjure this demon to your house real quick.
God, the description is terrifying. She's like, "Do you want to get
What's-
revenge and summon a demon?" I mean, like, yeah, but I have to pay $333.
Is there
Yeah, it's
no
not much, bro.
nobody who wants revenge has $333, thankfully.
It seems like I
Uh,
can get my own demon for free.
Metaphysical
Oh, man.
items. What if I go by this category and then psychic paranormal items?
You know what this reminds me of? Is I once read about this thing about so Facebook is in so many different languages now at this point. So
Holy
in
shit.
some countries where they speak like a couple of different languages, it's completely unmoderated, and you see a lot of fucked up shit on there. If you actually dig, you can find it easily just from your regular Facebook. If you just kind of go down the rabbit hole of weird comments on shit, right?
Yeah.
But what's even crazier is Facebook Marketplace.
Bro,
What you would imagine
Marketplace
in
is something.
countries like that, where you can
Unmoderated Facebook Marketplace.
sell, so you can sell, stuff like demon summoning rituals and stuff like you're seeing on eBay, but just locally.
Just like down the street.
Yeah, just like, hey man, come over. Vanish
How would you
again.
feel if some guy moved in down the street from you and then all of a sudden demon summoning rituals started showing up on Facebook Marketplace? Never before, and then he moved in and that same week is when they show up.
And you
It's,
just start a lot
so-
of
It
demons
shows right
in
in
there. He
your
lets them
area,
out
too.
after he summons them.
I've found actually several listings for haunted porcelain dolls.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
haunted
that's- I
stuff.
feel like
There's
that's
so
pretty
much
normal.
haunted stuff.
I found a laser pen that's going for $15.
Sick,
Is it
dude.
haunted?
To find ghosts.
I don't even know how to use eBay. What's the best way to
Paranormal-
find goofy shit?
Paranormal
I don't
clown figurine vessel.
Clown figure.
Seductive spirit. Nympho. Complete coven Wiccan ritual. Full circle casting. They'll do a ritual for you, I
Ooh.
guess, for $50.
I found a good
What's-
one.
What is your time worth that between like 5 bitches, you only charge $50 for a whole ritual? Bend
Yeah.
reality. Change
Whoa.
reality to what you want.
Yeah, I
Remote
found that one.
infusing service. Oh Christ.
Service?
$90?
Do you
I'm
think these
imagining-
guys have gender swapping capabilities?
I'm imagining like In India, they all got headsets on. You call them.
Yeah.
Just
This
like
from Romania? Whoa,
It was
yeah.
created. It
that's
says
it.
it says the service we offer you today was designed and created in Romania by masters of the metaphysical worlds. They have seen a need for all of us to be able to bend reality.
I
Why?
don't need.
Sounds like some
That's like a nightmare.
stupid Romanian bullshit. That
Classic Romanians.
everybody should be able to
Classic,
do
bro.
this. Dude.
Because fucking Romanians.
Haunted.
I
Everything.
don't even know what. I don't know a single Romanian stereotype. You know,
Nope.
they must be particularly unremarkable people.
I feel like
I
they
found a
never-
triple.
vampires.
I found a triple tower of terror. What the fuck?
What is that? The triple tower.
Oh my god,
terror.
the photos are.
Let's see it, brother.
It looks like you're on bad acid when you look at these photos they took. They're so blurry and just like the colors are so saturated. Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
The photos of this thing, like, go through all of them. This
Yeah, yeah.
is-
a
What
Dybbuk
is this?
like a
What
Dybbuk
the
is
fuck
like
is happening in this?
Is that like?
I have an actual answer to this.
Oh, it's wax. Okay.
Yeah, Dybbuk is like an ancient Jewish demon, and they would like put it in a box and then like tie the box closed and like seal it with wax.
Oh, there's so many of these.
Oh wow, that's
There's
funny.
so many of
Dybbuk
these wax
box.
boxes. Yeah. Holy
That's
shit.
interesting.
Wait, is he in there? Is there claiming? Multiple spirit haunted evil. Okay, is there one Dybbuk? Is there lots of them?
I guess there's lots of them. They came out with like a pretty good horror like a couple of years ago. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing some clip of that.
Yeah.
They all look very Jewy, and they trapped him in a box.
Yeah, there's like a kid that opens it, and then they bring in like the fucking Hasidic Jew guy with like the curly hair and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
How much
classic
do these
Jews.
dolls go for? Because I got one of these like at my grandma's house. I could totally just take.
You
Dude,
totally
you should
claim
use
that
to
it was.
kill your grandma,
Dude,
bro.
What if you tried to do that? What if you just got a doll and you were like, I'm just gonna claim that it's haunted and then like sell it online, and you sold it online for a shitload of money and you're like, that was easy money, and then they got a hold of you and they're like, this doll isn't fucking haunted, you dick.
They were like, I invested with my magic powers, and you lied.
Why?
They're probably gonna cast some sort
This
of
doll
revenge.
isn't
Yeah.
haunted
You're
at
gonna pay
all.
another $50 for that lady
You
in the
probably thought you could just like get a normal doll and like, look, I need my money back, and you already like spent it.
Yeah, I already spent it. Duh.
We should ask one of these people and pay them to put a curse to negate the spell of another eBay seller. Whoever
That's what I'm
buys
saying.
this, I want it to
let's buy a
fail.
revenge spell.
Holy shit. Haunted metaphysical paranormal talisman believed to grant 3 wishes, and look what the fuck it looks like.
Is it used? Does it have how many wishes I have left?
Well, it's believed to grant 3 wishes.
Well, it's.
Well, how many wishes?
Look
have
at
you
it. Look,
used?
what it looks,
Yeah,
look
like-
what it looks like.
Do we know it's granted at least one?
Oh god.
Look at that little
Look
guy.
at that, look at that
This
little
is my
guy.
man.
He's a friendly little guy.
For now.
Honestly, let's be real.
For now.
One wish.
Until once you make your 3rd wish, all goes to shit with this guy.
I found a female alien skull.
Dude,
I didn't know there was
one
a
wish is
difference.
worth far more than $600.
It's true.
$666, dude.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I can't
It's
buy
that
that
last
then, that's why.
$66.
Yeah.
Also, look at
Yeah.
the shipping.
I just found unrelated. I mean, I guess related, but still funny. It somebody made a voodoo doll. It says "Little Orange Man," and it's just like an orange voodoo doll with like Trump hair on the top.
That's my cat's name.
Oh, I see that little orange man.
That's my cat.
Little
Just,
orange
can you
man.
imagine like a Trump hating witch just fucking I'm gonna get Trump, and he fucking buys a little orange man voodoo ball.
I just want to know: is it Donald Trump's real hair?
It'll only
It'll
work
work
if you get his real toupee. Ex-lover retriever spell.
Yeah.
It's the same girl from earlier. The demon
That's
one.
the ex-lover. That's get her back.
That's the ex-lover.
She
That's
was
the demon.
Just like the wife of one of my old coworkers. Funny enough.
Oh,
That
wow.
guy has been getting into spells lately.
That's her.
I found a diamond locator.
You know- Hey, I played Far Cry 2. Those are real.
Well, it's
I
got one
wanna-
knob on it, so that's convenient.
Yeah,
Regulated.
more or less diamonds. What do you
Discharge.
want?
That one tells it how bad that knob tells it how bad you want the diamonds.
I want them a lot. Put it all the
Whoa,
way
these
up.
crystals look like fucking garbage. What are these things? They look like mold.
Oh my god.
That killed me.
More or it just has more or less is all it says. A knob, you know.
More diamonds, less diamonds.
I would like to find less diamonds today.
Pranked all the time. We have a
Finding
chance
too
to
many
burn it out.
diamonds.
Dude, that one goes
Oh
to
my
11, bro. What is
God.
this? I guess
That's-
just crystals?
Yeah,
That
dude,
looks
that's
like a
just
bunch
chalcedony.
of
That's just a rock.
looks like a bunch of shit out of my ass.
It looks like well cooked steak fat.
Bro, so many rocks just look like flesh. It's wild.
Well cooked steak fat. I don't know about
Sorry,
that.
no, undercooked. I
Yeah,
missed
there you
the.
go.
Yeah, you got to get that char on there. So you get
Binaural
the tiny
phantom
crunch on the
microphone
ends.
system for paranormal investigators.
Tell me
Bro,
more about
aren't any
that.
two microphones binaural?
Hey, wait, I got a question. What
How do
about
you get down to it?
binaural beats? Where do they fall into the whole spell thing?
Bro, I never tried them. Remember learning about them when I was 12 on like a forum, and they were like, it makes you feel like you're on drugs. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try that.
I once
don't
got
wanna be on
recommended a
drugs.
binaural beat to give me money.
I don't want to be on.
Also saw they have sexual gratification binaural beats on YouTube, which like I don't know if
What
that's
if-
allowed.
Dude,
Sounds
imagine
hot.
your girlfriend had to listen to sexual gratification binaural beats. She was like, I'm gonna put this on tonight, and she puts on sexual gratification binaural beats. She
Honestly,
has a blast,
Oh man.
and you're just like, I want to go home.
If anything will make me believe that magic is real, it's me making a woman come from binaural beats.
put that at the beginning of the podcast.
Hyperspace dimensional merger sigil. Hear and see all spirits, angelic, demonic. Entities and spirits are all around us, longing to talk to you, share their secrets and gifts.
Dude, I'm astounded by how cheap all these magic objects are.
Yeah, right. Like shit.
Like,
I
some
could
of
be
the
a
stuff is, like-
millionaire if I only spent just like maybe a few $100s on this
Yeah.
website.
Can you imagine how powerful Jeff Bezos would be if he spent all of his money on shit like
Like
that?
I mean,
rocks
this
and
is
stuff?
how
What do you
powerful he
think he
is. What do
does
you
with,
mean?
It's exactly that.
On magical rocks. Can you imagine how like magically powerful he'd be
Hey,
if he
there's this
exchanged
place.
his earthly wealth for these magic rocks?
So my boyfriend had a great story for me once. There's this place called Nature's Treasure,
I love that place.
and it's the healing rock place. And he's telling me about how he was in a bad relationship at one point, and his shitty boyfriend wanted to go there to get some rocks to fix the relationship,
Oh,
which is
man.
great. And I always remember that. And that's not even the story. What's even better is one day I'm driving past that place, and I see like 3 people in fursuits walking into there, and I'm like, what are they doing in Nature's Treasure? I love it.
That's a great place, dude. That reminds me. I had a pretty good bit a couple of years ago. A friend of mine at the time had just like a super shitty wallet and wanted a new wallet, so I got him a wallet for Christmas. And in the days leading up to Christmas, I was also shopping for just like random people. One of our other roommates at the time, I don't know, she was weird, so I figured she might like a cool rock. So we went to Nature's Treasures. I don't know if she. I don't think she was a rock power believer necessarily, but she looked the type, you know.
They're still cool, you know.
Like
Yeah,
bullet
there's
threads.
still cool, there's a lot of cool rocks in there. I'm just like looking at it. I had a good time. Don't get me wrong. But so we're in there, and there's like a table for business cards, and normally it's like relevant shit, like, oh, this person has a quarry, you can buy quartz in bulk, or something relevant in that sort of way. I hadn't even thought for a second about what people believe about anything in there. I just thought they were just liking rocks. And
You're like, these guys are geologists.
yeah, right, exactly. Because like that's the world I come from. Is like all my friends are people who are really into like retarded shit, like fish or rocks or whatever.
Yeah, honestly, the geology rock stores are like vastly superior to the metaphysical rock stores, just in terms of selections and prices and like knowledge about shit.
Yeah, I believe it. Anyway, so we were there, and I business card table, and it's like psychic medium, spiritual counselor, like all this shit. And there were
spiritual healer, Sister Jane, spiritual healer.
Yeah,
healer,
so there
whatever
were
it
like
was.
dozens of these business cards. And so I gathered all of these business cards that I could, like one of each. And what sucked is they didn't fit in like a wallet normally. So what I had to do is out of these dozens of business cards, I like trimmed them all to size and put like 2 or 3 in every single pocket of this wallet. And then gave it as a Christmas gift with like 40 business cards so he could get his life together.
I love
He
that.
made a few phone calls.
That's excellent.
So just kept all these things. I think he left 1 or 2 in the wallet after the fact.
I
Just had
always
them
wanted to go.
around.
I've never like called a psychic or anything. That seems hilarious. There's one that's like been down the street from where I grew up like forever. And I've
Oh
always
yeah, is that the one that's
popping
got like the black hand on the
like,
front of the building?
what's up with this?
What's that?
I feel like they all have that. I'm not from around
okay.
there.
All right. Well, there's one. I don't know. I want to say it's like up north or something.
Oh, yeah, there's one up north that's just like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to go into one of them, but not only do I want to go into one of them. I remember one time I saw this building, and I was like in high school when I saw it, so I couldn't go to it because it was either like a strip club or a bar or something. But it was in like this abandoned parking, like in this parking lot of mostly empty businesses. And it was like a singular building about the size of a Pizza Hut, but it was just a big square pink building, and it just said the Poodle Lounge on it. And I'm not sure if it's a strip club, a bad bar. I don't
High
know what,
Magic
but I
Lounge.
want to go to it. What?
It's gotta be.
Hey, maybe that was a High Magic
Warlocks
Lounge.
go to the pink poodle. Is that what it is?
Cool.
The poodle.
Sounds cool.
Hey, I got some Warlock questions. So okay, is there any misconceptions about who's really a Warlock? Because, for example, I work on cars for a living, but I sure as hell don't call myself a mechanic. I don't know everything
Yeah,
about it, you know?
That's exactly how I feel about like the shit that I do. No one that would self-describe as a warlock is a real warlock. I feel like that's just important to even bear in mind. I feel like the only real magic practitioners are the kind of people that would just never like talk about it, you know? in
Yeah.
public.
Right.
And that's kind of how I am about it. Like, I don't really, I'm not like super about it. I don't just like talk to people about it. Like, if they don't ask me about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's like, like that's why, it was such a big deal whenever like, Aleister Crowley had like the Golden Dawn and then it was like a really big deal, or with the Freemasons, it was like a big deal when they like, released all their rituals and they're like, oh, this is an ultimate like travesty for us, but it's because like, for them, they have like their own like really, really specific interpretation of like those like texts. So to like even subject it to like outside interpretation is to like do violence to it. And so it's very like postmodern in that way, and like as an English major, I think that's part of what appeals to me about it is like, the whole like, oh, the text isn't really the text, it's like all of the information contained in the text and like shit like that.
It's fair
Yeah.
enough. It's in a biblical, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
What are
almost.
what are the Freemasons, dude? Everybody's got their own.
Freemasons- I don't really know. Like, so the modern Freemasons is basically just a frat. It's a fucking country club.
I'm about to say that's
And,
what
like,
my
in the
dad
first
told
place-
me because he actually was in one of those stupid lodges for a bit, and he said,
Yeah, anyone
said-
can be a Freemason at this point. You
Right.
basically
Yeah,
just have to
anyone
like
can be.
send them a letter and get like a letter of recommendation, and they'll let you do it. But I don't really know, honestly. I don't know a whole lot about like early Freemasonry. Basically, kind of the same thing. It's just it's always been a bunch of rich dudes, and it's sort of a political group more than a. They use the ritual in the same way that frats use even stuff like hazing.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid, but it is kind of a ritual, and it does kind of have that effect of, like binding you to those people or whatever.
Yeah. It's just a social club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a lot of, especially when it comes to like Satanism and like curses and stuff, is like you're trying to like manipulate social forces. Like manifesting bad things into someone's life is really just amounts to like talking shit about them and like hating them a lot.
Yeah.
That's why black metal's so good.
Exactly.
Ah, shit. Well, I know about spells now. I'm still on the eBay metaphysical section, and this is fucked up.
You feeling good?
I found a breakup candle.
Like to make it break you up?
No, it's for when you have a bad breakup, actually.
Okay. That's because you can just say, "Hey,
I'm
I
so
don't
sick
want
of
to be
my
with
girlfriend. I just don't know how to break up with her. I'm just gonna leave this candle going in the house, and I'm gonna dip.
Imagine she comes home. She comes home and she's like, she smells the air. And she's like, no.
That's
No.
a breakup candle.
That's the breakup candle. I know that smell anywhere.
No, not again.
The scent of a man lost.
Oh, a lost man, really.
Damn. A man without woman is lost man.
Gain werewolf powers.
Wait, what? Yes.
What's
Send me
the
a link.
between
Ethan,
that and
you'd be
just
pretty
being a
interested
werewolf?
in that one.
Yeah, right. What is the werewolf powers? Just to be a werewolf, you know?
Yeah, give me it. How much does werewolf powers cost? Send me it.
It costs $215.30.
I got that check. Let's do it.
Yeah.
The first picture is unintentionally extremely blurry. You're gonna laugh.
Oh.
The second picture is it's of a ring. It's just a fucking like very extremely
buff,
cheap
or like
ring.
what are we talking here?
It's an extraordinarily cheap ring
Isn't it extraordinarily buff werewolf?
that purports to
Let's
turn
see
you
it.
into a werewolf, and every single picture of it is extremely blurry.
Of the werewolf?
No, of the ring.
Why don't they have
There's
any
no
pictures
pictures
of
of-
werewolf?
Oh, maybe she's a werewolf and she can't really hold the camera still.
She's- Oh
Wait,
my
what is
God.
that first picture?
You just can't see it. This is incredible. Okay,
Bro,
Not
if
all
you
of them
could
are
see
that
it, your
bad.
brain would explode.
bro.
Yeah, if you could see it, you'd turn into a werewolf. That's why you have to pay.
Why is there a penny? What is that for?
For scale.
Like, in case, why do you need to know the size of this
Oh,
ring?
the description for this item is hard to read. There's so many colors.
Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ.
Look at the background. There's
Oh
a
my-
photo bucket, fucking watermark on it.
Ugh.
Oh my God! You see that?
I can't read that.
The background is like a DeviantArt level drawing with a photo bucket watermark.
I
That's
can't
been
read this.
tessellated
It's hard to read.
in
Jesus
rows of
Christ,
5.
I'm fucking out.
Supernatural mirror reflecting the unseen world of spirits. And it's
Yo, that's the most expensive
$110,000.
Hell yeah!
That's a must cop.
Oh wait, this person with the ring post has several rings that are blurry. I think that's like the thing. Is it like that's like how the magic looks?
Power
I
to
think the thing
sex,
is
get
maybe
summon
like
succubus,
the
female
real-
seductive.
Oh,
Whoa,
That was
damn.
ring.
Succubus. Talk about succubus.
Oh man, how do I summon Coochie, dude?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, wait. You know those like ghost photos where they got the blurry orb
the
thing?
like
going
aura
on?
photography is what they call it.
Yeah, this is that. That's what she's doing with it. It's like, look, my rings have auras. Can you not see that?
They're really bending the photons.
When you look at them in real life, they look like that.
A friend of mine had a persistent bit where he would like just take like blurry photos. It's like, yo, I'm taking spirit photos, and just like would wave camera around and just snap as many pictures as possible.
People really
Like-
be doing that.
Yeah, and just like anytime you see a blurry light, because you know that's how it works when you move a camera. Like, yo, bro, that's a ghost right there.
This guy's charging $6,000 for a counterfeit penny from 1967 because he's like, no mint mark.
No mint mark.
Yeah, right. Oh, whoa,
No
they
mint mark.
forgot to put a mint mark on it. Like, he doesn't
Take my money.
understand how coin dies work. Whoa.
Bro, can someone
Shit.
explain to me what this is?
Great comics art. What the fuck?
I've read the description and I really still don't know.
Great comics
Whoa.
artist, a Charlie Brown religion, the spiritual life and work of ... Job description: boring work is a job that unites two people through spiritual rituals. The rituals are varied because the medium receives from the guides who do nothing to who do. Oh my! I can't read. Somebody take
It's
over.
like-
I'm
It's
retarded.
incomprehensible.
I got
think
brain rot.
basically
Somebody
to,
take
like-
over.
To get GF.
Is that what this is?
I think just the picture really confuses me.
Yeah,
Although
I don't.
how does get
It's
GF
like-
actually
It
makes-
looks like Second Life characters.
I think it is.
It probably actually is. Now that you say that it probably actually just is.
Those
Second
are
Life.
3D
All right.
renders, sure as shit.
Well, yeah, they're not real. I'll tell you that much.
No, they're real.
What? No.
That's
They're
a
not
real.
real. All right. You know, we've been doing this now for about at least an hour.
About at least an hour.
About at least an hour.
Yeah.
All right, Time Lord, tell us how long it's been.
Craig, tell us.
And Craig.
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 Well, and Craig.
Craig.
Craig, stop recording
him.
and tell us how much time it's been.
All right. That's the end. Thank you for tuning into the new free podcast. Didn't hurt, did it? Pussy.
It costs you nothing but your time.
Didn't cost you nothing but your
Which is,
time.
let's be honest, if you're listening to this, your time
And
is
the $5
worthless.
paywall.
Yeah, if you made it this far, now you're going to be blessed and imbued with magical powers.
You'll want a Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, we'll
you'll-
provide the spell wherever you're listening to this. There will be a link to the spell to want a Chevy Silverado.
Let's all enchant the podcast for success now. Digitally join hands across the distance and repeat after me the lyrics to Enter Sandman.
Uh-oh.
I don't know that.
We'll sing along.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Just ignore that noise you heard.
It's just the beast.
The man, beasts under your bed,
in
your closet,
in your head.
And now the podcast will be a success, and I'll make $1 million.
Hello,
Oh.
millions.
I'm not going to share it with any of you pricks.